What is up, my butter biscuits? So in today's video, we're going to be talking about Jaclyn Hill. Y'all, it's been a hot minute since we talked about her. I kind of feel like within 2020, she's just been laying low and staying in her own lane and just focusing on herself as well as her brand. In my personal opinion, I think that she's like really working on her brand because I think in 2021, she will be coming out with a new collection or new product because she did tease something along the lines of that. And I kind of feel like she wants this to be such a huge success because she's had so many problems with quality control within her brand as well as her collaborations with Morphe. In today's video, we're going to be talking about her vault collection with Morphe because now a TikToker came forward and said mold is growing inside of her vault collection. And I do just want to say before we get into this, I will give you guys context over the vault collection because I do have statements from Morphe from 2018 from their actual Instagram account because they had to pull the plug on their original launch date for this collection because there was quality control issues. I'm going to go ahead and read that. However, I do want to say before we get into this, a lot of people are saying that this TikToker is probably storing her palettes in a moist area like in her bathroom or something like that. I just want to say for those of you that do not know, I actually film inside of my garage, which y'all probably sounds really janky and really messy, really nasty, but it is what it is. Y'all know I'm kind of broke, so I don't have money for like a film room or anything like that. However, I'm looking down at my garage door right now, and sometimes when it rains it gets kind of a little bit flooded in front of the garage door, and water will come underneath, so moisture gets inside of here. And y'all, I have all my makeup in Alex drawers right here, and I literally looked at my palettes that y'all, some of them are literally 10 years old and there's no mold on them whatsoever. So I just don't know how this like happens with Morphe specifically. I keep on hearing about mold within their eyeshadows, and I'm like, yo, I have some old palettes and no mold grows inside there. So I don't know, it's just kind of weird to me. But anyways, I was thinking before filming this video as well too, don't you guys find it kind of ironic that Jaclyn Hill has had such massive success with highlighters? Like her Becca Champagne Pop highlighter was such a huge success, her highlighters were such a huge success, and then when it comes to like eyeshadows, it's just like, oh, there's some drama. And then obviously we all know about Lipstick Gate. That was just, it was a hot mess. Sometimes I really feel bad for Jaclyn because everything that went wrong with her Morphe collaborations, just like with this one, it kind of gets thrown on Jaclyn. But when you think about it, in this situation specifically, it would really be Morphe's fault. You know what I'm saying? If something did go wrong. But anyways, you guys, if y'all are interested in that, go ahead and keep on watching. If y'all are new here, make sure you guys hit the subscribe button, turn on your post notifications so that way you get notified when I upload a new video. Make sure y'all give this video a big thumbs up. I would really appreciate that. And by the way, I'm going to remind you guys in every single video up until the giveaway, I'm giving away one of these Baby Yoda or slash Grogu palettes. So I'll go ahead and leave a card right up here so you guys can go ahead and enter to win that. It will be closing on December 8th. So I want everyone to be able to partake and win that palette because it's so cute, y'all. Anyways, let me not ramble. Let's go ahead and get into the video. All right, y'all. And before we get into the TikToks, I'm going to go ahead and read some statements from online about the Vault collection because just in case you guys did not know, this actually had a big old quality control issue when it was set to release. So I want to give you guys a little bit of context about that because maybe that has something to do with why this is growing mold within this TikToker's palette. So anyways, this Vault collection was actually set to release on June 26, 2018, and it actually didn't end up releasing on that date. They ended up pushing it back because they found out there was massive quality control issues. I believe Jaclyn Hill was having a meet and greet in Las Vegas during the time to which people who attended the meet and greet can purchase the products before they were set to release to the public. So they all purchased these products, right? They were so excited to get them, and then they found out there was massive issues with the palettes. Everyone was just like, you know what, this is not Morphe quality, something is wrong with this. They all obviously reported it back to Morphe to get a refund or to Ulta, wherever they were having it. I'm really not too sure during this time. I was not doing commentary during this time, by the way, so it was just kind of like a trip to me to read all up about this because I remember reading about it on Instagram and Twitter. However, I didn't know all the details and what a big deal it was. So people, were complaining about it and saying there's something wrong with this. So Morphe ended up pulling the plug on the official launch date, and they came forward with a statement that says, Morphe times Jaclyn Hill. Morphe is 100% committed to giving our hashtag Morphe babes high quality products that we're all proud to use. With the help of our loyal community, we found that some of the shades in the Morphe times Jaclyn Hill the Vault palettes did not meet our standards due to inconsistent production. So our team and Jaclyn have made the decision to delay the official launch. We will let you know the new launch date as soon as possible. Thank you so much for your love and support, hashtag Morphe babes. Now, a lot of people had problems with this because as soon as they re-released them, them and said that they fixed the quality control issue, there was still problems with the Vault collection. And like I said, I wasn't doing commentary during this time, so I don't know too much about it. However, I do remember people saying, you know what, I think that they just released all the bad products out there because they didn't want to eat the cost of the money of the palettes, you know? Because picture this, they came out with multiple palettes within this Vault collection, and they obviously ordered hundreds of thousands of each one, and then they're gonna go and throw away all that money. So people came up with this theory that they just said that they fixed it and then just put them out there to the public. I obviously have no proof of this. This is just a theory. This is just hearsay, but who knows if it's true or not. I wouldn't put it past Morphe because I don't think they are the most ethical brand out there in the world. That's just my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, people were completely outraged by this because they said that they were going to be fixing the issue. Then when it came out, it was still trash. So they were like, what is wrong with this? You know? However, Jaclyn's palette before that was really, really good. So I don't understand why the Vault would be bad, you know? Anyways, going into this, Jackie Aina actually did a review about this, and she was receiving so many comments about it because people were like, why are you not saying it's trash when everyone else said that it's trash? So she came forward and she tweeted about this on June 19th in 2018. So many people wanted me to call Jaclyn's palette trash. If I felt that way, I would have said that. If that's your opinion, let it be that. I literally showed on camera what was good and bad about the palette. People love screaming freedom of opinions until it's someone else's. Whew, which is so true. Let me tell you, y'all know whenever I do a review, I get so fed up with this. I'm like, oh my gosh, if something works good for you and it don't work good for me, that's just it. You know, it's just like difference of preference, of a difference of opinion. People just go way too crazy. So I agree with her on that. So anyways, Jaclyn Hill responded to that and she said, honestly, I appreciated your honesty. Matte greens are some of the hardest shades to develop and they will never blend like a matte brown. So when you called it out, it was very honest. They are as good as we could get, but still you have to have patience to work with them. What's so ironic about this actually enough is when I was filming my review of the Baby Yoda palette right here. If you guys can go back into that video that I filmed like 4 days ago, and I said within that video about the matte green in there, the olive green, is I was like, you know what, it is very hard to make this shade. It just comes out kind of patchy, separated. It doesn't work very easy. You know what I'm saying? So ironic. Anyways, this was from 2018, and then I had that happen with the Baby Yoda palette. However, that one worked good. It just didn't come out true to tone. Anyways, moving forward right here. So this is where the TikToker had came forward. Picture this, obviously over 2 years later. We don't know how old that palette is, but just like I said within my intro, I have some very, very old palettes. I literally did on my channel, I believe it was like a year ago, maybe a year and a half ago, a full face of expired makeup, and I used like a 5-year-old palette in there, and y'all literally still no problems with it. So I don't know what's up with this, but you guys go ahead and check out this first TikTok.
You see these? Have some tea. Or TikTok. When I tell you I'm shook, I'm shook. No hate to Jaclyn Hill or Morphe. Just wait. How does this happen to a palette I've touched once? Like, what? Or you say, oh my god, you stored it wrong. I have drawer upon drawer, organized and cleaned every week. This one is like one of my favorite palettes. You can see I play in it all the time. Now I'm scared. If anybody knows why this happened, how it happened, let me know. Now I'm out like 80 bucks. Kind of sad about it. Tell me.
So as y'all can see from right there, that is so disgusting. I was looking at that like, oh, it's really nasty. And like I said in my intro, I have some really, really old palettes, and honestly, some moisture gets where I'm filming and where my palettes are stored, and there is absolutely nothing wrong with them. I have never seen mold on a palette like that, which is just, I don't know, it's kind of trippy. Like, how would that even happen? Do you guys have really old palettes or even new palettes that have grown mold on it? To me, that's a trip. I don't know. And honestly, looking at that, I'm like, ew, I don't know, it just trips me out. Look, and when they had the original quality control issues with it, nobody had reported there was mold growing in it. So I just want to throw it out there that, hey, maybe possibly, you know, it has to do something with, you know, where she's storing it. I don't know, maybe she got some type of food on it and it like grew. I really don't know. I'm trying to be fair here and say, you know, something could have happened, obviously, because nobody else has reported mold growing on these palettes, even when they did have quality control issues with it back in 2018. It was just quality as far as pigmentation, blendability, things like that. It wasn't mold growing inside of it. So now to see that mold's growing in it, I'm like, oh, that's just kind of nasty. So anyways, a lot of people were questioning about this. So this TikToker actually made a second video. So I'm going to go ahead and play it for you guys right now so you guys can check it out.
Jaclyn Hill palette grew mold. A video about a week ago. Received a lot of questions. No hate to Morphe or Jaclyn Hill. Me just letting people know this happens. I did not know this happens. I ordered the Vault Morphe.com. The other palettes are okay. See? This one is molding from the base. I have a whole makeup room. I organize my makeup drawers once a week. It's really bad. It's 3 drawers, palettes exclusive. effective. No moisture got in it. Played with it once. The next time I opened it, it's a science experiment. Guess I'll contact Morphe, see if I get a refund or what they'll do. Anybody has answers, let me know. I didn't happen. How did it happen? I'm like shook still. So tell me.
So as y'all can see from right there, she's kind of like explaining what happened, because obviously when people saw that initial video, they're like, girl, you probably put it in, you know, some really wet area. It's bound to happen. Or maybe you put it in some type of like kitchen, you know, where things are obviously going to get mold on it if you don't clean it. And she's clarifying within this video, hey, I store it here. I organize my makeup every single week and this happens. To be honest with you, y'all, and I'm like, I don't even know her, so why would I be defending her? I don't want it to come across that way, because everyone always says, why are you defending so-and-so? However, I just want to say, y'all, literally here in my garage, moisture comes in here. Like, I will literally show you. Y'all know, those of you who come on my live, y'all know where I film. I've showed you guys before, because I'm like, y'all, it is just really up in here. Like, if I turn to my right, there is literally all the garden things in there. There is a lawnmower literally right in front of me. Like, I'm not kidding you. Yes, it probably sounds nasty, but hey, I'm just putting this makeup on myself. I'm not freelancing no more, so it don't really matter. However, I'm just saying nothing of mine, including foundations, nothing has mold on it. So it just kind of trips me out seeing this, because I'm like, y'all, this literally looks like it is growing from around that single eyeshadow, which by the way is the shade called Secure. I don't know. It's a trip to me. Y'all let me know if you guys have ever had mold growing on your palette. Y'all, I've been in the makeup industry for 13 years now, and I have never, ever seen that happen with a foundation, a powder form of foundation, an eyeshadow, not even a lipstick, y'all. I have some super old lipsticks and no mold are on them. Oh, sorry, I almost knocked over my mic. So it just trips me out seeing this, and I'm just kind of like, what is going on there? And this is where I just kind of feel bad for Jaclyn, because obviously if this gets any type of traction on TikTok, people are going to be like, Jaclyn Hill, I'm not buying her stuff. And it's kind of like, y'all, when it comes to Morphe, that's obviously Morphe's issue. You know what I'm saying? And yes, Jaclyn has her name on it, but it is a collaboration, and all the formulations and warehouse and labs come from Morphe, not Jaclyn. So this is where I do feel bad for her, and I say, y'all, it's not her fault. It's Morphe's fault. And by the looks of this, I don't know. They need to do something about that. But anyways, y'all, you guys let me know your thoughts and opinions on this, and I'll catch y'all in my next video. Peace out, Girl Scout.